And no, Bill, you can't have that sign. I heard rumors that you wanted to have that sign. I was thinking the other day to try and find a part of our company that Bill has not touched, either done himself, let others to do, or advise people how to do it. And I came up blank. And so the things that he's done since he's been here is obviously a true part of everything that we've got and everything that we've become. And so I feel fortunate to be able to stand up here and say thank you to Bill, and the fact that this whole day is kind of a thank you to Bill. I did want to start off talking about thank you, and I have a list. I used to not have these. So the people that have worked hard on this, Derek Farmer, Angela Griner, Will Long and his crew helped clean everything up. Billy and Jeff, of course, have always helped. Nick and Tad and Martin fixed our light up here. We found out today didn't work, and now we've got light up there, the old train air conditioning sign. Of course, Susan Bowling, Michael Corriher, Corliss Harris, and Hannah have all helped take the pictures and getting everything done. Really done a great job. I didn't say Derek, Derek too. The pictures and everything have really turned out great. So I want to thank everybody for doing that. So what I'd like to do to start off with, and we feel so fortunate to have Dick Lacey come up, and him and his wife Janet have come up to pay tribute to Bill. And of course, everybody that knows it, we wouldn't be here if he hadn't been here to start it up. I always tell people all we did was just take what he had and made it bigger. So without any further note, I'm going to let him come up and say a few words. And so, Dick,
Can you guys hear me through my mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. First thing, Bob, when the time comes, I want that sign. Don't you give it away to anyone else.
I don't know who I did it away to. Hey, so where are you going to put it? You going to put it in your house?
I'll put it in my house.
Yeah, next to the backhoe in the backyard that you don't. Don't worry, Janet. Don't worry.
You are one of the first guys that came into the fledgling Let's Do maintenance department. You remember that?
I did.
And
Number 3,
who was before you?
Tom Scott, and I don't remember if the other guy didn't last long, but me and Tom Scott were.
Well, Tom Scott's still around, isn't he?
He is.
But, and that was a major part of the residential business, because up till then, we used to wait for the phone to ring. And we took things into our own hands and started calling people and saying, you need to let us come and take care of your furnace and air conditioning. They let us, and I sent Bill out, and he sold a service contract. Then he goes to another one, sell another service contract. And that sticks in my head as being something spectacular. Now here we are, 45 years later, your retirement. Wow. Congratulations. You're a good friend and a wonderful friend of this company. And I love seeing everyone out there. Some of you I recognize right off by the eyes. Unfortunately, some of the names slip my mind if you don't have one here. But I remember everyone that used to work here, I think. Most of you anyway. And I appreciate the opportunity to be here and say a few words. I want to thank Bob and everyone for putting this thing on and inviting me. It's a great company, and I miss working here. I miss all of you. But on the other hand, at some point you got to retire, as Bill said. So my life is good, and I'll just keep track of it. Thank you.
I'm going to have to wrote something down. I was going to introduce Dick. Like I said, he was the one that had the good sense to hire Bill, recognize his talents, and give him the authority to do all that he's done. It's really had a big impact. What I wanted to do, and if anybody wants to say anything else about Bill, you know, we got to keep language down and make sure that it's nice and don't say bad things about things he did. But Just want to get everybody, does anybody have any desire to come up? We'll clean off the microphone. Anything that you'd like to say, Bill? Who's going to be the first one?
Okay, I'm gonna say a couple of things. So let's just think about this a second. When I was typing in that date, 19, it really hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, 1975, where was I? You think about that a second. Where were you in 1975?
Junior high school.
Were you here at all? Some of you.
Nope, not here.
1975, I was 3 years old, crawling on the floor, up to no good, I'm sure. But I just want to say real quick, Bill, it's been a privilege to work with you. You have always had the best attitude. Anytime I needed help with anything, you were there with a smile on your face. And I'm going to miss the humming and the song tunes that you sing when you're walking down the hall. But I really appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Anybody else have the guts to come up and say anything about that? Here we go. Take your time.
Yes.
Mr. Bill, thank you. Thank you for your dedication and unwavering loyalty to this company. Thank you for holding us accountable for our mishaps while teaching us in a unique way that only you can. If we just do it right the first time, we won't be having this conversation. Thank you. But most of all, I'm thankful and blessed. I had the opportunity to work with an individual who God has blessed with very unique leadership skills that are second to none. I wish you a happy retirement. God knows you've earned it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Anybody else? Here we go.
Mr. Bill.
Get a little closer to the mic.
Okay, that's better. Hey, Mr. Bill, I've been here about 4 years, so, but you're one of the first people that I learned to know. And I'd just like to say that you're one of the best mentors. I wish I could have met you earlier. I learned a lot from you. Your mentorship has been great. I learned a lot about the company, and I learned a lot about people, which is the most important thing. And I hear you over and over, you say you have a Boy Scout troop, over there. They're very lucky to have you. You're a great mentor to them. You're a great mentor to people. So it's been a pleasure to know you. I wish you all the best in your retirement. I wish you and your family the best. And we're going to miss you, man. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you every week. So take care.
All right.
Anybody else? Huh?
Come on, people.
There we
Here
go.
comes Tom.
There we go.
Yes.
I see the residential group stepping up. Say that.
Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah.
So the first time I think that I ever met Bill was I was probably 17, 18 in high school. He came to the Weaver Center. So it's been a long time. I was scared of him then. I don't know why. I'm even scared of him now, even more. See, Derek says, which is a great point. You hear Bill humming, and he's going to miss that. See, when I hear the humming, I straighten up. Where's Bill at? In all seriousness, Bill, I have learned a lot from you. The one thing that I really appreciate about you, and a little bit of all, is just how you attack problems. Sometimes multiple ones at the same time, and it just doesn't seem to faze you. And I don't know, you might go home at night crying your pillow every night. When you're here, it's just steadfast. So that's one thing I really appreciate about you. And I think that Central Carolina and all the people that you work with are better for that. So I really appreciate you. So, thank you.
Anybody else? You not gonna come up? See, there
So, well, some of you may or may not know.
One person found out today, I know that. That's my dad. I've had a long tenure here. I've learned a whole lot from him. I've learned that I want to stay away from him. Because anytime he was involved, it wasn't good for me. One of the funnest days of my life here, I tripped some lady's house in the plumbing world. Mr. James was working back then with us. And that was Dad's volunteer. Hey, he can help. I think that was 18 hours. I still remember that day. So, I'm gonna miss seeing you come to work every day. It's kind of nice to go to work with your dad every day. So, gonna miss that, but you can come over to the house anytime. So, thank you. Enjoy retirement.
Okay, thank you, Michael. It is fun to work with you, Dave. Anybody else?
Come
Bill,
on.
I'm sorry, somebody said it?
Yeah, I said, come on, somebody else.
No, I'm gonna talk now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, well, Bill's got the last 40 minutes to talk, so let's just cut it back. Just on a personal level, when I first came to work here, I knew nothing about anything. I knew nothing about hardly anything. And I came to work and Dick, I fooled Dick into hiring me. And I didn't have much to do, and eventually I ended up working with Bill on doing the renovation over at 1800. It was a beautiful place before, for those of you that were here, if any like shag carpet. But then, as things happened and we went through our Compass years and we went through coming out of there and we got the business back and we built it, as I got more involved, it was incredibly comforting that I could go do what I needed to do, but I could always ask Bill his opinion. I could always get his input. He could always help, and things could get taken care of because Bill was on the job. And about 15 years ago, we started this little game where Bill would get a little disgruntled with what he was doing. I remember when he was the commercial service manager, and he just didn't like it. And I tell you what, nobody liked going into his office either. By the time we got in his office, it was bad. So we changed his job then. I think we had him sit on projects for a while. We moved him a couple different places. And that's when he started humming, because before he was humming, no one knew humming was Bill was walking through the wall. I can tell you that right now. Okay, I can tell you that right now. And I can tell you that there was a time in this company where, unfortunately, every termination was by one or two people, either me or him. This was before we had, probably a good thing we didn't have an HR person at that time, because I'm sure we didn't do it correctly. But it all worked out, and I tell you, just to take a great organization, to be able to take great people, and be able to work towards building something as this group has. Couldn't have done it without Bill, and what he's leaving behind in terms of the legacy that he leaves is one that I think that is going to just prosper for years to come. And so, Bill, I do thank you for everything that you've done. I would also like to take some time to recognize his wife, Crystal, where she is. Because everybody understands how much commitment Bill had to this company and how he was there. Well, every time he was here, he wasn't there. And so Crystal, thank you very much for letting us borrow him for a while, but you got him now. And listen, in about a week or so, when you realize that what you signed up for, I think we could probably still use it. But anyway, I did want to come up, and I'm going to let Bill come up and say something. So, Bill, would you mind coming up? So first off, I wanted to present Bill with this beautiful plaque that we put together. You can't see it, but it not only does it have the CCAC Building Solutions and Central Current Air Conditioning, but we're also able to take the Lazy Air Conditioning logo and put it on the bottom of it. And so, Bill, I'm so happy for you to have that. And I want to thank you again for everything that you've done. And I'd like you to take a few minutes. We got probably 30, 40 minutes. If you want to just, you do have to talk. You can't sit back there. You have to talk.
Gosh, first of all, thanks everybody for coming. And I appreciate you being here and just kind of celebrating this time of my life. And I remember back in August of 1975, I married the love of my life and the most wonderful woman in the world. And shortly after that, we moved to Greensboro. And shortly after that, I started working for a little company called Central Train. And still married to the same wonderful woman, still living in the same beautiful town. I ain't changing where I work. I'm just gonna be here less, you know, we'll see. You know, it's just great stories and great times, and I enjoyed working here. I've enjoyed being around this great company. Billy Chandler is my mentor. He taught me everything I knew. So, yeah, it's been great, and I've enjoyed it, and I'm excited about the future. There's so many things that just I haven't done that I want to try. None of them include money. They're all free, you know. I told somebody the other day, I was working on some project and I was sweating and it's hot. I said, I wouldn't work this hard for money. You know, I work near this hard at work. So, it's been exciting, and I thank you for that. So, that's me. Thanks.
Yeah, so just, also, if you wouldn't mind, we have a book over here that, we put together for Bill, and if you get a chance, come over, sign your name, say anything, once again, what's language, but you can write anything down and let Bill know how you feel. Thanks to everybody for setting this up. We do appreciate this. You know, I desperately wish that, we could do it in a situation where we could have everybody, but, you know, I think we did the best with what we had, and I appreciate all of you coming out to say this, and Bill, from the bottom of my heart, I'm gonna miss you. Somebody said to me, my daughter said to me today, she said, Dad, who's gonna take care of him? And I thought that was kind of sweet. So, but anyway, I'm gonna have to take care of myself now, I guess. But thank you very much. Thanks for everything that you do, and have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
That's it.
Did you see how that, isn't that
Let me get a picture.
Can't see us.
Do you want it in front of this? Yeah.
You've got to sort of.
Early next week. We'll do teams.
Hey, how are you? Good, how are you?
This is my social photo. For the time we take them all. Get that time out here
Yes.